So there are a lot of ways to approach doing the animals. Once you've got the basic form in place and you've done your building, you're going to be doing that out of bigger, thicker pieces of clay. And then once the sculpture has firmed up and solidified and the clay is a little harder, then you can start to refine the pieces. And I'm going to show you this because I want you to realize that when I put these tusks in, they were considerably thicker than this. They looked quite crude. They were pretty large when I attached them to the inside of the mouth. And the jaws were thicker, the slab pieces were thicker than they are on the finished piece. But once the clay had a chance to firm up a little bit, then I could go back with some of the more refined tools with loop ends and sharp ribbons on them and carve that clay down and refine the shapes so that things were smoother and thinner and had more definition. That applies to all of the little depressions and the ears, etc., etc. All of that work was done after the initial forming of the clay, once the clay had firmed up and gotten a little bit harder, and it was easier to work with without having the clay threatening to collapse on me. So once you've done all that work in the initial part, you're going to let the clay firm up a little bit more, and you're going to have an opportunity to refine your work. Glazing comes after the clay has dried and been fired once in the bisque firing process, and then the glazing to create color happens after that. So that's an introduction, and hopefully you can go from there.